Welcome back, my friends. Burke here from Focus Physical Therapy. On today's video, I am all about single leg stance. I've got a bunch of great variations for you. Stick around, we'll be right back. I've been a sports and orthopedic physical therapist for 20 years, and I love sharing my knowledge with you. My goal is to get this channel up to 500 subscribers by the end of January, and you can help, so thanks for that. Thanks for checking this out. Being strong and stable on a single leg is a core component of so many activities that we do each and every day, from walking to climbing stairs, to putting our clothes on, you name it. It is vital that we can stand on one leg with good stability and control. So one leg exercises are a key component of many physical therapy programs for any problem from the trunk all the way down to the toes. For that reason, today I'm going to share with you a whole bunch of my favorite single leg exercise variations. So you've got a nice set of exercises you can add to a routine. Let's get started with one simple principle of balance. Since everything that I'm going to share with you today relies on you being able to balance from your foot all the way up through your trunk, let's start at your foot. Here's what we need to keep in mind. Okay, so I have a mobile foot model here, and here's what I want you to think about. I'd like you to think about a tripod of stability when you do any single leg balance activity. Your big toe joint right here, this is one point of that tripod. These metatarsal phalangeal joints, this would be the second point of the tripod, and then your heel, this is going to be the third. So when you are standing, try to imagine a virtual pressure point or a little weight scale under each of these 3 points and engage those points with the ground. That's going to improve your stability. First exercise is called a Tippy Bird, and this is a classic. Find your stability on one leg, engage those 3 points of contact with the floor. Arms can be out to your side, back leg straight, in line with your body, neck relaxed, eyes forward. We're going to tip our body, and when we get into this position, my arms out gives me more balance. My arms forward spreads out my center of gravity and mass, and therefore makes it a little harder. So this is a little bit easier. This is a little harder. Try to keep your hips reasonably level, knees slightly bent, engage through your glutes, hamstrings, and you'll see me shifting a little bit. That's normal. Whenever we do single leg balance, your body has to make lots of really rapid, fine motor control adjustments. So don't worry about the wobbles. Tip, reach, and then back and up. When we come up, you can finish with an opposite knee above 90. This is a little runner's position with the opposite arm and knee elevated, and then we'll go right back into it. We can make this exercise infinitely harder by decreasing the stability of our planted foot. We can use a wobble board. We can use a squishy pad. You can even use a pillow for the same thing. We can add weight. So with weight, I'm creating an even broader center of mass, which increases the stability demand. Super good exercise. Next version, same basic movement, this time using the resistance of the kettlebell. I'm gonna let the kettlebell just pull me towards the floor. And right there, that's all hamstring and glute. And pull up. So forward, and then pull up. You'll notice I'm pulling up a little bit quicker. Just like that. Okay, next two that we're going to do start to take what is a motion in this plane of movement, and we're going to add other axes of movement, and that's going to make it quite a bit more challenging. The first of those two is called an aeroplane. I'm going to take my same basic shape here, reach out with my arms, and then start to turn my whole trunk and pelvis, and then back. You can see this is more challenging. There we go. It's important that everything tries to stay pretty connected and lined up. There we go. Okay, so this is basically an aeroplane. Next one we're going to do, we'll use our 4-pound medicine ball, and we're going to go through a diagonal chop pattern. So here's the upper part of that pattern. On my standing leg, I'm outside of that. And then I'm going to come through like this. So now the weight is shifted to that side. So I'm here. Get stable. And to here. We're going to use resistance bands for the next few. I have my bands girth hitched around the ladder bar. If you don't have a ladder bar, you can tie a knot in the end of a band, lock it in a door. You can wrap it around a strong piece of furniture. This is a 1/4 inch power band. I'm just going to grab this loosely, hold the band with the opposite hand of my standing leg, find my tripod of stability, reach long, and then pull. Okay, so the band wants to rotate me this way and it wants to pull me forward. So those are the motions that I am resisting. It's rotation this way and extension, or just keeping my body upright. This 1/4 inch is a little bit light, so we'll go with a 1/2 inch. Here's our starting position. And it's definitely stronger. Try to relax into these when you're in the unloaded part. That one's simply called a runner's pull. Next one we're gonna do, this is called a Payloaf Press. I'm gonna take the band, clasp my hands around it, get my single leg stability, bring the band in right in front of my center, and then press and back. Press and back. Right here, you can see the band wants to derotate me. So I am using a fair amount of effort. This is easy. This is hard. You can accomplish the same exercise with the opposite leg. And at this point, we have a little bit more strength to rotate our body this way. So this is actually gonna feel a bit easier to do, okay? Next one we're gonna do, I'm gonna take a pretty long resistance band, loop it over the top so that I have 2 free ends, standing perpendicular, keeping my opposite leg low. I'm gonna pull both of these this way, okay? What's happening here is the alternating force is really requiring a lot of stability in my core and my trunk. So this one is really about the core and the trunk. Last one we're gonna do for today, we're gonna use the TRX straps. If you have TRX straps available, this is a great exercise. If you don't, you can actually simulate this with any static rope strapping or cord. So here's how this works. Get yourself to full extension on the TRX, standing on one leg, one arm high, one arm low, and then switch, switch. Okay, this is a fast movement. Right here in this in-between part, there's not a lot of tension there, just enough to keep the straps straight, more or less. Okay. This exercise is called helicopters. If I spread my arms wider and then come forward, this then becomes more mass moving farther away from my center. So there's less pressure into the straps but it does activate my core really well. Well, folks, there you have it. A great little set of some of my favorite single leg core functional kinetic change strengthening exercises. Take them, enjoy, go forth, and I hope to see you next time.